FPL sucks. Yeah, I said it. FPL sucks. It sucks my time, my energy, my sanity. And you know what? I love it. I love every agonizing second of it. Forget crack. FPL, that's the real Class A drug. It should be criminalized or something because I'm addicted. And in true drug addict fashion, I'm doubling up the dosage, baby. Liquid FPL straight into my veins. This season, I'm chasing the dragon that is the top 100,000, and I've just created a tool to finally help me achieve that top rank. Alright, you're probably thinking right now, I'm a bit unhinged. And I am, for good reason, because, well, I'm going to let you in on an embarrassing secret, so keep it to yourself. I've been playing FPL for 10 years, and this is difficult for me to say. I've never finished in the top 100,000. Yeah, you're probably laughing at me right now, but it's goddamn hard, alright? Every year, there's at least 10 million players, so being in the top 100,000 means cracking the top 1% of all players. Being in the top 1% of anything is incredibly difficult. Like, think of being the top 1% richest people, the grossly super rich bankers on Wall Street, slurping on caviar and cocaine, the double C's, just as a light snack, looking down on the dirty, unwashed hippies who are protesting about being in the 99%. Well, right now, I'm stuck with the hippies. I don't want to be here. It stinks of feet and greasy hair. I hate it. I want to be on the balcony with the greedy fat cats in the 1% laughing at everyone else. That's the FPL dream. A dream which last season I was so close to achieving. I was ranked 250k by game week 29, just 9 weeks left. A great position to be in. All I needed to do is stick to the plan, and I'll finally, on my 10th attempt, finish the season in the top 100,000. I just need to keep my cool and... Oh, God. Damn it. What the hell just how did this happen? Look at that. 6 weeks in a row of red arrows. How did it happen? I'll tell you how it happened. I'm an idiot. That's how it happened. I got screwed over by fixture changes for the FA Cup, and in a panic, I made terrible last-minute transfer decisions to avoid blank fixtures. But that's not all. If you look closely, you can see I was dangerously close to actually finishing outside the top million. A disaster. I was saved by my bench boost. Yeah, you heard that right. Yeah, I left my bench boost to the very last game week. I just forgot about it the whole year, apparently. Another stupid decision. Rookie errors after rookie errors right at the death. I'm like a lazy marathon runner. I've run 24 miles, just 2 miles left, and I stop and go, you know what, screw this. Get me a Big Mac and a cigarette. I'm going home. And to be honest with you, right then, I told myself, I'm done. I'm out. Screw this FPL nonsense. I was fully planning on deleting my account. But before I clicked, I was stopped by a bright light bursting through my window. A booming voice from the heavens yelling at me to stop. The voice told me that there is still hope in this world. That I can still get that top 1% finish. Now, it doesn't matter if that voice was God or a hallucination from the glue I may or may not have been inhaling, because it got me motivated again. The voice told me how to win through technology, baby. The thing that separates us from the animals. AI, coding, and a sexy Google sheet. And no, I'm not going to get AI to pick my team every week, because what's the point in that? Like, if you do that, you won't actually be the one playing the game. And if you are the type of person to do that, well then, I'm sure you get mightily upset when the hotel room comes without a cuck chair, if you know what I mean. But what I have done is ask AI to act as an FPL expert and spoon feed me the secret sauce, everything I need to know and consider on my way to FPL success and glory. It told me the key stats to monitor for each position, how to analyse upcoming fixtures, card strategies, how the government puts fluoride in the water to control us, and that 9/11 was really done by. So armed with this knowledge, I coded myself a script that every morning at 8 a.m. it grabs the data I need from a variety of sources, downloads it to my computer as an Excel file, and then re-uploads it to this. The FPL Sucks Super Ultimate FPL Data Collection Google Sheet for quick and accurate player comparisons version 1, or for self-sabotaging for short. At a quick glance, it's going to tell me the most informed players, all the key expected stats, their price, their ownership percentage, both their recent and upcoming fixtures, because that extra context is mightily important. Let's say, for example, Iliman and Dye for Everton. Last 2 game weeks, he's been smashing it. Goals, assists, a penalty save, because, Pickford got injured with no other options, so Ndiaye went in goal. But now everyone's rushing to get him in their team. However, last 2 game weeks were so easy for him. They played Sunderland and Manchester United, but the next 2 game weeks are Liverpool and Man City. So knowing that, you'll probably want to hold off transferring him in. And then, all right, that's not it. Then the sheet will also tell me the players to watch too, to keep an eye on. So ones with good expected data, with lots of potential, but haven't necessarily got a lot of points yet, possibly making them an incredible differential during an easier run of fixtures. For example, a few seasons ago, I experimented with a similar idea. I managed to get Mitoma, I think it was, into my team when he was unknown. I didn't know who he was. I was just reading the stats. And then he had an easier run of fixtures, drove up his goal involvement, and I was there for it before the vast majority of people. Yes, not foolproof, but it's a good indication and better than nothing, I guess. And that's just a small glimpse into this sheet's potential. There's even more I haven't mentioned. I'm going full try hard this season. This is my golden ticket to the top 1%. And I'm sure by now you're probably in awe of my genius. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hang on. The hours you spent researching about FPL, learning how to code, and spending countless more hours building and fixing that code to accurately grab the data from the necessary websites for a fully functional sheet that you also had to build, why not just look at the websites you're downloading the data from every week? Well, good question. Well, to that, I'll say, oh my God, look at that monkey, cheeky monkey. Ooh, 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 isn't he adorable? Oh my, sorry, what was your question? Oh no, you probably can't remember it. No, don't repeat yourself. Let's move on, talk about something else, yeah? But no. In all seriousness, I've prepared more than Manchester United this season. The work I've done now will hopefully drive my decisions every game week. Instead of 20 tabs open every week, paralysed by useless stats, like, I need to know the weight of Bowen's left testicle because the days he doesn't shag Danny Dyer, he drives a 20% lower cross-completion rate. Instead of all that nonsense, the key information, the only thing I need, will already be here for me to review in Vesupticapka. This tool will cut through the noise and help me make quicker, better informed decisions for me and for you as well, because hey, I'm a generous man. I'll share with you each week what the data is telling me, so subscribe now to get those updates every week. And now, I just have a favour to ask from you. You made it this far. Whether you watched out of pity or to boost your own ego, knowing how much better you are than me, or maybe you can relate with my pain to some degree, I need you to let me know in the comments, realistically, can I crack the top 1% this year, or am I an FPL junkie who needs rehab? All I know is, like Martin Luther King, I too have a dream. A slightly more selfish dream, I must admit, but finishing in the top 100,000, that sounds achievable, right? That's the FPL dream. And if you agree with me, like and subscribe, because FPL sucks for us addicts, and we're on this journey together. All right? See you later.